we're back.
Back to a very special episode of Speaking Cinema series movie Jibber Jabber, a movie podcast. The conclusion of our summer movie wager, coming to you live again and still and always from my small apartment in Hollywood, California.
And unlike the 2016 summer movie season, it's going to be thrilling.
Oh, shade.
Man.
No shade, but
Right out the gate.
Shade. Listen to us, Jibber Jabber, every single Monday. Stitcher, iTunes, SoundCloud, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook at Speaking Cinema. Fill your ear holes with our gravelly sonic waves. Bow down and kneel to our podcast. I am your host, Mr. Jibber Jabber, a.k.a. Vinny B, a.k.a. Ricky Dozen, a.k.a. the American Dragon. And here with me today, as always, Kevin, a.k.a. the Big Apple, a.k.a. the Red Planet, a.k.a. Dirt Nasty Low. Hello, Kevin.
That's actually on my birth certificate.
Yeah, I got this. Where do you think I got this from?
It was my grandma's name.
Yeah, Dirt Nasty Low.
Grandma Dirt Nasty made the best apple pie.
Listen, I've had that apple pie.
It is Dirt Nasty.
She's heavy with the cinnamon. Heavy with the brown sugar.
She was a heavy person.
Heavy with the cardamom, but that's what makes it unique.
Exactly. Rest in peace, Dirt Nasty.
God bless. With us today, as well, is a bunch of other dudes. We'll get to you all in a second. So you may be asking yourself, what the fuck am I listening to? And I would say, we are Speaking Cinema, serious movie Jibber Jabber. We pick a movie, talk about it, what we know about it, what we don't know about it, watch it, we watch that movie, then we talk about it, having had seen it, that's it. No agenda, other than that we want to talk about a movie. Sometimes there's a theme, but sometimes there's not a theme. Despite that, today, that's not what we're doing. What we're going to be doing is to conclude the greatest blood sport of the modern era, the Summer Movie Wager 2016 edition. Let it be known, Blood Must Have Blood Part 2. Editor's note, see Part 1, Episode 50. Episode 50, Part 1 of this episode.
You'll get the wagers.
You get the setup.
Yep. This is the pure climax. This is pure payoff.
Get ready. So, start this off with, how was everybody's summer? And we're going to go around, and when it comes to you, just say your name, your blood type, and how your summer was.
My name is Emily.
Hey, Emily. Friend of the show, Emily. Here again.
I actually don't know my blood type, but I know it's one that's very highly sought after because I have the same blood type as my dad in the blood bank.
Give me your blood, Emily.
We're all going to take Emily's blood.
Sell it
I
on the
do
black
have a
market.
cottage industry of selling Emily's blood, babe. We'll get to that later.
And my summer was
How was your summer?
It was great. It was,
Both movie-wise and otherwise.
it was filled with pools.
Wait, what? Where was I?
You weren't invited.
Sad.
You were podcasting.
Exactly.
That's true. That is true.
With me.
Indeed.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
Jenny, friend of the show, episode
I
whatever
don't
battleship.
know my blood type either.
Oh,
Like, I really don't
are we gonna go for a hat
know.
trick here? And how was your summer?
My summer was great. Started with a vacation.
Ended with a vacation.
Ended with a vacation.
Jamaica.
Still on vacation. Amazing though. Good to be here.
Great to have you back.
I'm Christy.
Christy, friend of the show, episode Thrashin'.
Yes, How could I forget
Good old
Thrashin'?
It was a great movie.
My summer was as good as Thrashin'.
So
So
either
the best summer.
either the best summer or
Yeah.
some weird 80s, mixed match kind of a summer.
And I'm O positive.
Oh, very good.
You better know me by now because I'm the co-host.
We just need to
of
know
this day.
all we need to know about you, Kev, is your blood type, which is
Blood type is Ragu, old world style.
very
And
nice.
My summer was
Chunky?
interesting.
No.
Very chunky.
No.
We've taken this to a very dark place.
I need to walk more.
And how was your summer?
I just need to know how Kevin's summer was.
Okay.
I had a very interesting summer. A lot of highs and some lows. Lows being that we're kind of blue ass this summer. But got it all fixed, so it's all better.
Good.
Had a good trip back home as well. See the family,
Oh, yeah?
see some friends.
How's your dad? You doing good?
Dad's doing great. So, as cantankerous as ever.
Oh, great.
But in a funny way.
Oh.
So.
Hey, I'm Nick. My
First time on the show, right?
First
Oh.
appearance.
We couldn't secure Nick down for the first half of this. We talked to his people talked to our people. There was a lot of disagreements walking away from the table. We came back to the fucking board, Great to see you
He
here.
wants some back end
Yes.
points. This is how Hollywood works.
Yeah.
you
Right,
know?
thank you for buying my summer home.
Yes, yeah. I did purchase a summer home, and the koi pond will be going in on Tuesday. So
Excellent.
I think we all won.
Yeah, so blood type, be positive. Not a pun. That actually is what it is. And summer, yeah, good. Went to Canada, saw some concerts here. Can't complain.
Yeah, very good, very good. I also don't know my blood type, so when I go to the doctor next month, let's make a mental reminder for that. And yeah, summer was good. It goes by quick. It goes by so quick. I wanted to go to the beach more. We didn't go to the beach that much. And we did the beach in Long Beach. I remember swimming by like Cheeto bags.
Yeah.
But I do
That's
love the
Long
beach.
for you.
Huh?
That's Long Beach Beach.
Indeed.
For you.
Also got some good pokies down there. Some good pokies down at the beach. So yeah, overall, we all did pretty good. Movie wise, did everyone get what they wanted out of this summer?
For this wager, absolutely not. As
No,
we're gonna talk about.
not the wager. Just summer movie season, a big deal in America. A lot of Bourne came out. You got some DC Universe. I mean, what did anyone?
I was a little underwhelmed this summer season. It wasn't too much to be excited about. I feel like last summer had a lot more going on.
I feel like it kind of alternates. Like, you know, it's like sometimes you get a really good summer, and the next summer it's like they spend all their creative energy getting that previous summer going.
I feel like this was a summer of the smaller movies, the smaller indie films, kind of making their way.
Money Monster?
Yeah, that one. That movie would have been nominated for Best Picture if
That
it was
came out this
1997.
It
Yep.
did, and we
Oh,
saw
wow.
it.
Me and Emily saw the movie in the theater. Speaking
It's
of,
like on VOD already.
yeah,
It
it's
should
Wow.
be.
If it was 1997, that movie would be nominated
I
for
can
Best
attest.
Picture.
I
I'm just
put it on my iPad for my trip, and I still haven't watched it yet.
oh, very nice.
That's probably a good decision, Nick.
Yeah.
But some heavies came out this summer. Captain America came out this summer, right?
Yeah.
That was fan-fucking-tastic. That's a high. The low, Suicide Squad, terrible.
Is that's probably gonna make another appearance in our year-end hoedown episode. 'Cause that's gonna be the worst movie of the year.
It might.
It might be the worst movie ever made.
That's
It's
no.
up there.
We've talked
It's
about this on
down
the,
with Spider-Man 3.
We've talked about it on the podcast. Rated for creative inflation, not monetary inflation, creative inflation.
Yeah.
The two tied worst movies of all time are Avatar: The Last Airbender, directed by M. Night Shyamalan, and
Hollow Man.
Nope. How dare you? It is Indiana Jones 4, Crystal Skull.
King of the Crystal Skull. Yeah, I could roll.
Waited for how much
No
talent was
Shia?
associated. What?
No Shia?
He tries. Every time he goes out, Shia swings to the fences, but he couldn't save that. He couldn't save
Maybe if he wore a paper bag over his head while doing it.
Ooh, you're saying Shia's ugly? He's just an ugly.
No.
Well, that
he
was
wore
his
the
little.
paper bag.
That was his.
Oh,
That was his
very
shit.
witty, very witty. I'm
Thank
catching
you.
up. I'm
I
catching
was
up.
like, no, he's pretty.
Yeah.
But
I forgot he did that.
Yeah, I forgot he
that
did
was
that.
weird.
He's
I
probably
remember-
happy.
So did everybody.
The rumor on the street now is
yeah,
that he's.
for how far flat my joke fell.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it fell flat with me, but everyone else got it because everyone looked at me like I was an idiot.
Yeah.
Which in that moment,
You were.
I was. So yeah, what else did people see this summer? Anyone have
My MVP of this summer, Kubo and the Two Strings from
It was
London.
missed
very
that
good.
one?
That is an excellent film.
Very
Yeah.
Just extremely well made.
I was a fan of Star Trek and Finding Dory.
I missed both of those as well.
Man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Secret Life of Pets?
Didn't-
So cute.
Did not see that. I
So
don't like it
cute.
when sad things are lost. We've talked
you
about
see
this
it, Nick?
continuously.
Well,
Did you see Secret
let's
Life
see.
Pets?
No, I haven't yet. I did see Finding Dory though, which was pretty good. For me, summer movie wise, like I loved Captain America. Had a fun time, and I feel like the peak happened at the very beginning of the
Yeah.
summer movie season.
Also, me and Kev saw The Nice Guys, which was
Yes.
very good.
That's my
but-
number 2 MVP. Right
Yeah,
there.
but it didn't get a lot of love.
It didn't, and by God, it deserves a lot.
Yeah, it was
That's
good.
a great movie.
There was some disappointment this summer. For me, the Neon Demon was a disappointment. X-Men Apocalypse was a disappointment. The Conjuring 2 was like a mild disappointment, just a little bit like.
I think I just had no expectations for that.
Right, fair
so
enough.
I was like, eh.
I wanted Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates to be better, you know?
I had a free screen for that, and I wasn't ultimately able to go, so I'm kind of bummed I missed that. So
Me and Emily saw it the best
And
way
Nick.
anyone
I
can see a
was
movie.
there.
Free.
And Nick.
Oh, yeah, me, Nick, and you saw it,
Yeah.
Emily. We saw it the best way anyone can see it, which is on $6 Tuesdays at the Chinese Theater here in Hollywood.
there you go.
which is the worst audience in cinema. Just people who don't give a fuck about movies.
There's
Really?
a lot of walking around.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of texting, a lot of answering phone calls really quick.
Well,
Order me a shrimp. I'll be there. Like, there's probably 20 minutes left in this movie. Okay, bye.
I feel like that theater on a Tuesday, it's tourists who need a 2-hour break in the air conditioner after walking down Hollywood.
Or they just want to
Correct.
Or they just want to go see
Yeah.
a movie. Yeah, just get that break.
Take a break.
Yeah.
From
Bring
taking
all their
pictures with
bring all
Yeah.
their Midwest tendencies with
Right.
them.
Or see a Hollywood movie in Hollywood. Check that off the bucket list.
Yep,
Sad
at the Chinese
twist.
theater. Also, Captain America was really good. The Shallows is really, really good.
Fantastic little film.
Blonde Lady versus Shark. That's the kind of cinema I like.
Winning formula.
And Don't Breathe is also very good. And I'm really bummed out I missed out on Central Intelligence. And I kind of wanted to see Warcraft and Ghostbusters, too. And that movie Nerve, we never saw that.
Oh no, I didn't want to see that.
We missed Jason Bourne. We missed Bad
Oh.
Moms, Sausage Party, Star Trek.
I don't care about Sausage Party. I
No.
hate it.
Sausage Party's terrible.
Terrible.
I hated it.
And they didn't pay their
Yeah.
animators, so there you go.
Yeah.
Controversy on that
Little
one.
controversy.
I feel like me and you would like
I know. I think I would like it. 3 beers in.
it. Oh man! Now that we've said, anyone want to go further on this summer? Anyone got any?
Yeah, I'm going top 3, Kubo 2 strings, Nice Guys, The Shallows.
That's
my
a good.
top
That's
3.
a solid top 3 right there.
It's a good summer.
Yeah, I don't have any top 3s for you, Dave.
It's okay. You don't. I didn't require
didn't do
that
our
coming in.
homework.
Yeah. I didn't assign it. I'm just your presence here enough as homework for me. But way back in the beginning of the summer, we all picked our top 10 movies of the summer that we thought were going to make the most money. Now we've talked about the emotional stakes of this. Let's talk about the financial stakes.
It's the only thing that matters.
The summer movie wager. Just go over the rules really quick so we're all on the same page. Duration, May 1st. Ends Labor Day weekend, which was Monday, September 5th. Hollywood summer. Player picks 13 movies, ranks 10 of them in order of domestic gross, high being the highest one, 10 being the lowest. Didn't have to, no numbers associated, just the ranking. You got 3 dark horse titles that can also be picked, movies that you're not as confident about. You want to get them in the order that they eventually end up with top grossing wise. So you get 10 points for numbers 2 through 9 dead on, 7 points if your pick was 1 spot away, 5 points if it was 2 spots away, 3 points if it was anywhere in the top 10. Getting number 1 and number 10 dead on gets you 13 points. Accuracy, accuracy, accuracy. 1 point for each dark horse that makes the top 10. Scoring is tabulated by Nick.
That's me.
And we could not do this without Nick because I read those rules just now and I was like, thank God it wasn't me doing the math on this one.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a lot of association. I had to talk to the accounting firm.
Yeah. But Nick's set up that way where he has his money people, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
The results are handed to him in a briefcase.
Yeah, which they were just as you guys all entered my apartment. Nick gave us the updates because money can't buy you love, but love can't buy you nothing.
Was that a fortune cookie?
It was.
I was
It
waiting
was.
for money at the end.
It was, but it kind of was a bummer when I opened that fortune cookie.
Yeah, I
I
remember.
was like, oh.
In bed.
And Nick also gave us all of our updates with amazing puns, which
Yes.
I completely
Thank
appreciated.
you. Yes, I
Yeah.
enjoyed making
They were
those.
wonderful.
The
Yeah,
puns
Nick-
made
the
those
work
in
the work
those.
that Nick put in was
Sizable.
sizable and great.
Good. Yeah. Thank you. Put that out there.
Nick, sizable.
Speaking of sizable and great, let's get into this top 10 list.
Do it.
Seamless. So, coming in at number 10, The Legend of Tarzan with $126 million.
Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thunk?
I
Kept
did.
exactly the words out of my mouth. Maybe Christy.
Yes, you did.
Dark horse.
Good. Now coming in number 9, Ghostbusters, $126 million. Number 8, Central Intelligence, $127.
Never discount Kevin Hart. I guess.
Never discount The Rock.
Never discount The Rock.
I was gonna
That's
say,
just
of the
money making
two,
powerhouse.
Yeah.
Slammed
we
together.
must-
I've learned that the hard way. The rock hard way.
One of 2 original titles on this. Everything else either in an adaptation or remake, a sequel. Coming in at number 7, speaking of, Star Trek Beyond, $155 million. 6, X-Men Apocalypse, $155 as well. Jason Bourne came in at number 5, $156 million. Now, the top 4 where the real fucking money gets made. Number 4, Suicide Squad, $300 million domestically as of this recording. Number 3, The Secret Life of Pets with $159 million. Number 2, Captain America: Civil War with $408 million. Number 1, Finding Dory, $482 million. That's our top 10 list. Some surprises, some absences. What do you guys make of that top 10 list?
Kind of shocked at the bottom half. Only a 1 in front of those numbers, you know? There's a little disappointing box office numbers this year.
Well, true to form, though, I don't know if that even makes sense in this context, but this is actually the 3rd highest grossing summer movie, or summer movie season. Last year's did better, but last year, because the summer movie wager ends on Labor Day, had a few extra days because it fell on the 7th, whereas this year fell on the 5th.
I see.
And not by like 0.4. But if you look at the top 3, like the highest grossing movie this year was Finding Dory for the summer.
With almost $500 million.
Right, but if you look at last year's, the top was Jurassic World and had over 600 mil.
It's true.
It's for number 1. So when you look at the top 3, it looks like it did worse, but overall, just a small...
Right on average.
Yeah, about average.
It's like my mom always says, everyone loves dinosaurs.
It's true.
It's true.
Even Grandma.
Well, I wonder about the nostalgia factor in these because, like, it paid off for, like, Finding Dory and didn't pay off as much for, say, Ghostbusters, which I thought was going to do a lot better.
Well, we all know what happened with Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Well, I do think there's interesting things. I mean, there's a lot of money got spent on a lot of these movies, you know. But you okay?
Nick was like, "What?" Or Emily was like, "What happened with Ghostbusters?" Well, there's girls in it, and that was just an issue for some people.
That was an issue for some people. I think what was more of an issue for some people is the terrible trailer.
The trailer made me not want to go see it.
Right. And then the trailers misled people because they're like, 20 years ago, 4 friends teamed up to save the city. And in 2016, 4 more will, or whatever. And so like, oh, okay, so it's in the same universe as the first one. It is not. No. So I think there was a lot of negativity that, like, no one could really fight with, like, but the movie's really great. It's like, but the movie seemed to be okay. You know what I mean?
Well, I was rooting for Ghostbusters, and I saw it, and I was pleasantly surprised. I liked it. Like, everyone in it was pretty good. I just think, I don't know what happened with that one. I thought more people would be rallying to go see it, but maybe the audience just wasn't there.
Also, contextually, I mean, it made $126 million. They got people to come see it. You know what I mean? Now, if they spent $100 million making it, then, you know, someone at Sony needs to work on their accounting. But, you know, they got asses in the seats. But, you know, just you would not Finding Dory asses. Yeah. But that's Pixar, but you can't fuck with Pixar.
Well, in like a Pixar movie, you can take children to. You can have birthday parties and fill it with like 10 children.
Yeah. And there's, me and Christy going to see it because we're adults, but we still like Pixar movies.
Exactly.
And it's not like weird.
Yeah.
No, it's not. There's people of all ages seeing Pixar movies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That, I mean, when you do look at the top 3 at least, right, you can argue that argument, right? Those are movies that you could take literally everyone in your family to, and everyone would enjoy them. Mm-hmm. And I would argue, I didn't see Secret Life of Pets, I didn't see Finding Dory, but I did see Captain America, and people bitch about superhero stuff, but that was an exceptionally well-made movie.
It really
and it was really fun.
Yeah.
And you see all your fucking best friends fight, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Give me that Black Panther movie. Now, I want it. I want more Black Panther.
But then, that logic goes out the window when you get to Suicide Squad, which was a movie that was so inept.
Just
so inept.
Struggled at the basic concept of making a film.
We went on my birthday, and Emily took me out. Thanks, babe.
Anytime.
And I looked over, the movie started, and the opening is very bad. And I looked at her, and I was like, thumbs up? And she's like, and then halfway through, I looked back over at her, and she's like, you motherfucker.
Well, I mean, continuity errors with hair alone. Like, hair.
Reshoot hair.
The main, like, soldier guy who's not supposed to have hair anyways, had long hair in one scene, and then went to short crew cut in another scene, and then, by the end of the movie, was back to long hair.
I love that.
This is how you know you hate something.
I love that about Emily. This movie has a guy who looks like a crocodile, a dude who shoots fire, like a really bad Joker, and she's like, but the hair! Like, Rick Flagg's hair kept changing. Horrible movie.
That's how, as we've learned on this podcast, when a movie starts to suck,
That's the stuff you realize.
it starts to slide downhill, and as that speed picks up, it comes to the point where you're like, they couldn't even get a hairdresser out to fuck,
Yeah.
and that's what it
I would
is.
say this though: the bad reviews kept me from going to see that movie because like I just heard how bad it was. Oh, tea time.
But let me ask you something here. Do you like the idea of Suicide Squad? Does this idea because I feel like a lot of people were like, this is a stupid concept. 300 million people said that's not a stupid concept. But of the detractors, I feel like there's a whole swath of people who like don't get the concept.
Well, I don't even understand what the concept was for this movie. Like they're trying to stop this supernatural force, but as someone else already kind of mentioned, like they're very limited in their abilities. Suicide Squad, at least from what I gathered, like in the comics, made more sense because it was the U.S. government screwed up something. They have to fix it, but they can't interfere because on a global level it would look bad. So they have to send people who they can blame if something goes bad. So what better than, hey, we picked 6 bad guys, so if they screw up the mission, we'll say they weren't affiliated with us and blame it on them.
That's basically what the movie is, except for just done in the worst way.
Yeah. And yeah, it's like, this girl has a bat. This guy's a crocodile.
I will say,
this guy has ropes and can climb
So
things.
wait,
I will
she
say-
just has a bat. She
has a
doesn't have
gun, too.
superpowers or anything.
Oh,
She doesn't
I
have
mean,
superpowers.
one
She's
could
crazy.
one could argue that she is like, I don't know, impossible to kill. Because there's the problem with the movie, they don't explore anything. So it's not like there's an argument that Joker is really kind of like a zombie, right? Because he's died in the chemical bath, but he's still living somehow, and that's the source of his power is that he's like an undead thing. That's very understated. But this movie it's so understated, nothing is said. It's just, I don't know. But then again, she's the most interesting, charming part of the whole movie. And the crocodile, everyone's trying really hard. Crocodile Boy has 0 good lines.
Yep.
I think
Is it more for the show? I didn't watch the film, so.
It's this shit.
it's almost as if like we wanted to put him in here, but no one could come up with anything for him. Or they came up with things for him and they cut it all out.
Yeah.
So he has 2 lines. 1, I am beautiful. Someone says he's ugly. And then 2, they're like, well, what do you guys want? And he's like, BET. And then
Like the channel?
yeah. So in his jail cell, he has BET.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
The budget was on his look then on the lines.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
He can swim.
Which does come up in the movie.
Yeah.
He does swim.
One time.
Does he stay underwater for a while to make it worth it?
What's a while? 5 minutes? Maybe?
It's hard to tell with how that whole sequence is even cut
wow.
together. Like,
Yeah.
what's even happening.
It's awful.
Yeah. So was there anything from you guys' picks that you're shocked didn't make it in the top 10? I bet heavy on Ninja Turtles and paid for it dearly.
If we'd been including international box office, my Warcraft pick would have been right on the spot.
That's not how this game works, Kev.
I know, and it's not fair.
Yeah, I thought more people would go out to see Warcraft. And
I was a little
also-
stunned by how much that one tanked. Actually.
Yeah.
But that's another one where I think it's. I mean, we can all play and that's the whole point of the summer movie wager is trying to play armchair quarterback. But it's like to everyone who loves this, they're already playing it all day, every day anyway. So I leave their house, and to the rest of us, it seemed not to be a good enough movie to justify leaving our house.
Sure.
Yeah. But also Alice in Wonderland I thought was going to do
Ooh.
a lot better, but
How do you follow up $1 billion with that? Oh, you punch your wife in the face.
Do you think that's what it was?
Yes.
I think that
I
was
mean,
part of it. That literally happened the week it was coming out.
yeah.
So you think people had plans? Like, we're gonna go see Alice in Wonderland. I can't wait.
I know one
And
of my
then
coworkers was like, I'm not going to see a movie from a wife beater now. Or something.
I mean, it changes a lot of stuff. Like, look at Nate Parker.
But she would have
No,
seen
yeah.
it knowing that he was a drug user? I mean, where do you draw the line?
Hey, I like drugs. Violence is what I
Yeah.
don't like.
Who cares about that coke and heroin
Yeah.
from a few years ago? But
He was doing coke and heroin from
Well,
you?
I mean,
Allegedly.
he's had-
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Everything's alleged.
Johnny
Lawyers
Depp
can sue us. Everything that was said previously.
Alleged.
wait, was he convicted for this domestic abuse? Or was that
No,
No.
but he never went to trial, but he did.
He
He
paid her an
settled out of
undisclosed.
court.
No,
It was disclosed, $6 million.
It was $6 million. Okay, and then she
Oh, yeah,
donated.
that's what she
She
donated,
donated it
right.
all to like,
Battered women's shelter.
yeah,
Yeah.
something like
That's
that.
good.
Yeah.
It is
It
good.
is. Yeah, there's nothing.
It's awful that we're laughing about it. No, it is a good thing, but I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, Alice, Kev, you bet on Alice too.
Yep.
You bet also on Neighbors, and Neighbors didn't light up the box office.
Because that first one, despite I didn't really like it, but people just flocked to it. The first one.
oh, I
yeah.
loved the first one. I was bummed about Neighbors 2 not being up there.
And it just people
You
kinda-
saw it though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
It was a good
there was
time.
too much advertising for it. I feel I saw a trailer at every movie I went
Yeah,
to
that's
until the
true.
day it came out.
I do think that there
Is
is.
saturated.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think there's a level of fatigue when it comes to people in their franchises, but at the same time, I don't think people are over the concept of a franchise.
No.
I think they just like the Marvel ones, you know what I mean, and the DC one, but Neighbors is not a franchise.
No.
true.
Yeah, there wasn't a bigger universe there to explore. So I think that's not
And
going to work.
it was an entertaining enough movie that we will all very much so appreciate when it comes on to HBO eventually.
Of course.
Oh,
And we'll all
of
catch it on a
course.
Tuesday and be
Yeah.
like, this shit was great.
And
What
Zac
happened?
Efron, so charming.
Yeah, Zac Efron, by the way, what a
He's
he
so
pulled a Miley
shameless.
Cyrus, man. He was like baby High School Musical, and now he is like Zac Efron's in this shit? Oh, this should be funny.
He's very good with comedy, I must say.
Yeah.
He's the Miley Cyrus of film. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah.
I said it.
Can he be the
on the
Justin
record.
Timberlake of film?
He could be.
Yeah.
He
That's
could
a
be,
more apt comparison.
I guess.
All right.
Yeah, I was expecting to do a lot better than it did, but it
But
didn't
no.
get on there at all.
I expected Ghostbusters to do better.
Same.
I got it right at number 9. Woo!
Yeah.
Hands off to Kev.
It's too
Yeah.
bad that people.
Yeah, well, I mean, and I thought too, because I learned from last summer, it was like, hey, like, female ensemble comedies, like, do well because it's the underserved market. There aren't, like, a lot of,
Like Bridesmaids.
right,
Yeah.
and, like, last summer, Pitch Perfect 2 was in the top, like, 5, I believe, or top 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, okay, like, here's Ghostbusters, we've got Neighbors 2, but maybe that's just sexist of me assuming that women will go see a movie because it's an
Women.
all-women cast.
Yeah.
So,
Also with Ghostbusters, it's like reboot, franchise, women ensemble comedy. Is
Yeah.
that a tasty combination of those three things?
well, maybe it could be that both franchises were things that were originally targeted at dude bros.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters and Neighbors were both
Uh-huh.
like teenage boys, and so when they reboot it, like maybe like the female audiences were well, you guys are women, so I can't say what you like or don't like. So you tell me, was that did I interest
Yeah,
you?
yeah. You three women talk on behalf of all
I mean,
women.
no, not on
I know,
behalf of
right?
all women, but
I mean, for Neighbors 2, I think it was more of like it's the same concept. It wasn't anything new or different. You probably can't do anything new or different with that anyhow. So
They're
I
still
don't think
fighting a next door
necessarily
neighbor.
that it was
Yeah.
just because it was a sorority next door. I think it was just because it's the same thing,
Mhm.
and it's super hilarious. But it's one of those things where it's like I could wait for VOD. You know,
Yeah.
that's not a big deal. I don't think it's one where it's like I'm counting down the days. I watched it, but I also wasn't like on the same weekend it came out watched it. I think on my take on Ghostbusters, I think it was definitely like a Dude Bros reboot where everyone was so excited for this reboot. But then when it was all female, it's like, well, does it need to be all female or can we mix it up? I don't know. That's my take on it.
Mhm, mhm.
I liked the effort, and I liked that they made it all female cast. I thought that was really cool, but I never liked Ghostbusters growing up, so I had no desire to see it because I just don't care about Ghostbusters.
Sacrilege. No.
I mean I just
it
don't.
didn't interest you.
Yeah, so I didn't go see it, and I think that it would have been not great of me to go see it just because women are in it.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
that wasn't enough of a motivation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's really only I would think a certain kind of age that would be wanting to see this because you think of kids and teenagers now. I mean, the original Ghostbusters came out so long ago, and there is a lot of nostalgia. But how many teenagers or preteens have actually seen the original Ghostbusters that are going to be excited to want to see this? For a lot
Yeah.
of people, it's a new thing, and then they watch it and they're like, "Well, it's not that great."
And all the fanboys are gonna, disagree with this, but that franchise has been pretty dormant for a pretty long time, right?
Extremely long time.
Yeah, they had a
There's
cartoon.
only 2 of them. It's hardly even a franchise.
Right. Well, and they had a cartoon and they had a video game that all the fanboys loved.
Yeah.
But it's yeah, you know what I mean? And it's not dinosaurs. We got a lot of ghost stuff. All of horror is ghost stuff. Dinosaurs. That, you know, when you come out with one
a
dinosaur
very
every 20 years,
underserved market.
underserved
Yeah, if
market.
you're asking me if I want to go see a dinosaur movie or a ghost movie,
I'm asking you right now. Do you want to see a dinosaur movie or a ghost movie?
I would rather go see a dinosaur
Yeah.
movie.
there you
Yeah.
Especially one with Chris Pratt.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
Especially Kevin.
go. What is I mean, it didn't make it on the top 10, but because it was at the end of the summer, Bad Moms ended up being number 12 overall. Made over
Interesting.
$103 million. bucks.
Wow.
So,
I'm not surprised, actually.
Because people kind of slept on that movie. It kind of came out and there wasn't like, you know, Monday morning it wasn't people like,
But that's
let's talk about Bad Moms and find out what we can do. You know, it kind of came in, you know.
But that to me, I thought was a great like female-driven comedy that I would want to go see.
Mm-hmm. And that sweet Catherine Hahn. I love her.
What about Kristen Bell?
I love her too.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
loves them all.
I love them all.
Also, it's an original movie. Maybe
Yeah.
that's something that's important. Like Pitch Perfect, that was an original series. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's part of it.
Love me some Pitch Perfect.
So good.
Got that soundtrack. No lie.
For both films.
Yeah. Well, Emily got
Nice.
Emily got the soundtrack for the first one, and I got it on my own for the second one. And I don't even know who sings the songs originally. I'm like, this is Pitbull?
This is Pitbull?
What?
And then I was like, oh, when you listen to the
He's
lyrics,
going
yes,
down?
Of course it's
He's
Pitbull.
yelling timber? I didn't know. But yeah. And then Jason Bourne, I thought people would be happy that Affleck was not Affleck.
Matt Damon.
Matt
Matt
Damon.
Damon.
Matt Damon.
Affleck number 2.
Yeah, I thought people would be more stoked that he was coming back, but I don't think people really.
Certainly just kind of came and went, you know?
Mhm.
And yeah, it's-
And again, it's like they're not bad movies. It's not a bad concept. It's just not summer. There's an expectation of when a movie comes out in the summer and there's lots of advertising that it's gonna set the world on fire. And when it doesn't, right? When it doesn't blow your fucking mind,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, they must have failed.
See,
Did
I'm
anyone watch
actually-
that film?
No, but
No
I'm
one-
actually surprised
No.
how well it did. It came number 5 on the top 10 summer movies. So my take on it was that it was going to do awful because they waited too long to do
Yeah.
a sequel.
Mhm.
But apparently the audience was there enough. I mean,
Number 5.
yeah,
Yeah.
number 5, 156 mil.
So
That's
maybe they were stoked. Maybe they're like, finally, no more Jeremy Renner.
Well, it's still a lot
Middle
less
America
than.
was stoked.
Yeah, it still made a lot less than the other installments of the franchise. So I don't, diminish unless they didn't spend that much money on the movie. Then I guess it's a win. But
I feel like they spent a lot of money on
Yeah,
this one.
Especially getting him back.
Getting him back.
Yeah.
I think
and
there's a
the
scene where they
director, Paul Greengrass.
right. They shut down
He
the
spends
Vegas
a lot of
Strip and
money.
like crash
Yeah.
cars on it.
Oh, that's
that,
Oh,
that dude is
really?
quite the money spender.
I'm like,
Guys,
yeah,
let's go see it after this.
Right?
Right.
Just for that scene alone.
Anyone else have any other sad picks that they wish they didn't do? Emily, you famously did me
wait.
before you.
Wait. Oh yeah. No, but I don't have a regret of what I did pick. I regret that I didn't pick Finding Dory.
It's
I
gonna
completely forgot that
There was-
Finding Dory was even coming out. Otherwise, I would have put it on there.
There was part of in my gut, I was like, Finding Dory's gonna make the most money. But I was like, nah, Captain America.
Well,
but
and that-
there was part of me that's like, oh, you should have put Finding Dory.
And
number
2
one.
years in a row, the top movie is the Pixar animated movie, and we're always like, it's gonna be Marvel.
What was last year's?
Inside Out.
Inside Out.
Inside Out.
That only came out a year ago? Wow.
Yep.
Time flies.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought that was like at least 2 years.
Yeah.
And that beat Avengers 2.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Wow. I
And
should have done more
number
research
1 and number
before I did
2,
my list.
I know, right?
Disney.
Yeah.
They're
But
winning
I did.
movies.
I do not regret putting Me Before You on there because, come on, that smile, that man smile, not the girl smile.
I would also like to note that horror movies killed it this summer. Horror
They
movies. The Purge 3, The Conjuring 2, The Shallows, Lights Out, Don't Breathe. All of these movies, well received, made some scratch. All of them had like a $2 million budget, so that scratch was even higher.
Yeah, Don't
Is-
Breathe.
yeah.
Don't Breathe had like a minuscule budget.
Yeah, it's like
and it was the talk of the town on that Monday when it debuted number 1.
Yeah,
Is it because
I was
they were
impressed.
mostly originals?
No, The Purge is a sequel, and The Conjuring is a sequel.
And the latest Purge actually was the highest grossing of its franchise.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. But I mean, the trailers for both Don't Breathe and The Shallows, 2 original ones, those trailers are perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect selling points.
If I could handle,
Like, if you had told me,
Don't
oh,
Breathe.
Blake, if you had told me
Don't
Blake
Breathe.
Lively is in a shark movie, I would have been like, whatever. But that trailer, I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I need to see that, like, yesterday.
You got the cheesecake.
she's
You
so
got the
gorgeous.
shark. You got it all.
So pretty.
Who?
So pretty, Blake Lively.
Like Lively.
Yeah.
But they
And
they,
Ryan
so
Reynolds,
pretty
come on, they're
pregnant.
just so pretty.
Oh my
together.
god.
they mess
You're
her
not
up though
wrong.
in that movie though. She gets all.
She's not afraid to look
sunburned,
ugly, which is
chapped
fun.
lips, and
Yeah.
But
one
it's
Yeah.
nice. I've never seen her ugly. I'd love to see that.
I wonder if she's actually ugly though.
Her ugly.
No,
is
she gets like the sun blisters.
I mean,
you know what
it's
I
like
mean?
in Princess Diaries when they made Anne Hathaway ugly.
No, this ain't that, homie. This is
Yeah.
like.
No, I watched Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants the other day.
Uh-huh.
So good.
Yeah.
And she's so, like, Livy's so young in it, but you could just see her kind of natural beauty. Like, she just has that natural, like, sun-kissed
You can see
little
that
tear.
LA face in that Oakland
That
movie.
Oakland
Yeah.
movie.
But going back to your thing, I mean, The Purge and The Conjuring,
Uh-huh.
they're just franchises that people like.
Yeah.
And Lights Out is an adaptation. Don't Breathe is the one where they go to rob a guy, and
He's
then
blind?
he turns the table on them.
Oh.
It's a nice little thriller.
Kind of a nasty little thriller, too.
Yeah,
It's a little
not nice
nasty.
in that. Oh, it's a good little movie, but it's a nasty movie.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
check it out.
It's a good lesson for studios, though. Horror always wins. It costs nothing to make.
That's
does
why they
well in
keep making
theaters,
them.
and it's a nice alternative to the sequels, like the bloated sequels and blockbusters.
Easy
Indeed.
date, easy date movie. You know, the girl gets scared and you go hold them close. You know,
Yeah.
Pre-teens. Pre-teens.
I look
RJ
forward.
movie, because you're not going.
I look forward to in 2 years when this year's box office is now put into place, and then all these horror movies come out in 2 years, and half of them are gonna be crap, but the other half, it's gonna be a good time.
There's gonna be some gems.
Some people, because it's tough, because a lot of studios don't like making horror movies because they don't like, if you're not a horror fan, it's hard to like get behind,
This might be a banner year for some horror movies, though. We had The Witch earlier this year.
Oh
The
yes,
Shallows.
yeah.
Don't Breathe.
Mm-hmm.
This could be
Blair
a
Witch.
Banner year. Banner year.
Good times. So before we get into who won our illustrious trophy, speakingcinema.com/Facebook/speakingcinema. Take a look at this trophy. We'll get to that. I want to give out some awards that were awarded at an earlier ceremony, but I will acknowledge now. Animation Domination winner, Pixar, Finding Dory. Runner-up, Imagine for Secret Life of Pets, also did very good. Not Pixar good. Let's not get it twisted.
Good for you.
Can't Stop, Won't Stop award, Disney/Marvel/Pixar/ They also win the award for winning movies, Disney.
They're genuinely making good stuff.
Paramount. Are you still live there, homie? You guys alive? Underdog award, Legend of Tarzan. Who knew other than Christy?
Yeah,
Christy
Jesus,
knew.
that was
Christy
no one
knew.
put that on the list except her, and even then it was as a dark horse.
Yeah.
Like I know, and I still am scratching my head. It's like, were there baby boomers that like were feeling nostalgic to see a Tarzan movie,
Ooh,
or is it
it
these
was-
Or was it Alexander
shirtless
Yeah,
Skarsgård?
yeah.
Shirtless
Yeah.
Skarsgård.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say my dad was like, I saw that Tarzan movie, and he is a baby boomer.
Oh, okay.
I actually don't know anyone who saw it.
No.
My dad is the only one I know.
He went and saw it
He's
so
a big
many
True Blood
times.
fan.
What? More than once?
Oh,
I
just
didn't.
once.
But yeah, shirtless Skarsgård. That's
Yeah,
what did
I
it,
mean,
right?
come on.
I
It's-
mean,
it's what does it. It's going to get done in the future.
Yeah.
Legend of Tarzan 2. Tarzan on Mars.
So your money making one is horror movie, shirtless Skarsgård.
Can
If you
we
could make a horror
combine?
movie with
Oh.
shirtless
Can we
Skarsgård.
combine?
And it's animated by Pixar.
The world might run out of money because it's all been given.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Shirtless Skarsgård has to help Captain America help
Find
his fish
Nemo.
find his home.
Nemo, help! Fuck Your Franchise Award. Suicide Squad / the extended DC Universe.
We are
Go to hell.
out. I'm done.
Done.
Finished.
Sorry, Wonder Woman, I wanted to see you, but you fool me 6 times. It's just, I can't do
I
it
know,
anymore.
but
You're gonna fall for it again. Don't
Yeah,
be like,
No,
"I'm gonna see
I'm
Wonder
out.
Woman."
I can't do it
Smokey.
anymore. I
Wonder
cannot do
Woman
it.
is-
Mr. Jibber Jabber and I, on the record, on this podcast, we are not going to any more DC Universe.
I can't do
Bite
it.
your tongue on any of those group events that you guys don't go.
Not going.
Uh-huh.
Not going.
I mean,
But I am kind
Don't
of
get my
interested in the
money.
fish guy.
On
those
man.
those trailers look amazing, but
Love him.
all of the trailers always
They
look
look
good,
amazing.
and they
It was-
fuck us every time.
It was such a. I'm so excited that they made him a Maori guy. Like they had the tattoos, and I mean, it's so refreshing that they gave him
Do
a new
those-
look.
Do you think those movies fail because they do too much fan service and don't focus?
No,
on
I think they
story?
fail because it's made by people who don't like this shit. If you look at Zack Snyder, he's like, yeah, I wanted more scenes where they were talking to each other without the costumes on, because then it's like a guy just with a bat and a guy with an S on his chest. I mean, that's just silly. And it's like, no, you fucking asshole. That's what makes it awesome.
Wait, go back to Emily. I wanted to hear more about that.
What?
You were talking about how excited you were for Aquaman.
Yeah, I'm excited for Aquaman just because they're taking a risk. Like I didn't know what I didn't know what Aquaman, the original Aquaman, looked like until one of my coworkers showed me him, and I was like,
And
oh
you were
my
like,
God.
that's my Aquaman. He looks great. With an orange shirt and some green pantaloons.
I mean, he looks terrible.
That guy is the Aryan nation to a T.
Right. So that I mean,
Nazi Germany to the ocean.
To the U-boat.
Yeah. So.
But I just thought that it was a good, like, it's a nice, refreshing take on something where they're actually like, they're modernizing it, they're updating it, they're making it inclusive.
It makes sense.
It makes complete sense. I love that they have scales on his arms.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they thought about the components of his costume and his hair, and I just so for part of me really wants to see how that shakes out.
I'll go see it with you
Okay.
if they boycott it.
Boycott
Exactly.
it.
in the Justice League movie.
Yeah, just because the Justice League movie, I forgot. I was like, who is this man, Ben Affleck? What are you doing here? Because I wasn't thinking about it as being like a Justice League movie. But that trailer sold me. The Wonder Woman trailer sold me. I mean, those were some top-notch, good-looking trailers. The Amazonian women, like, it just looks so good.
Let's hold it. A lot has been thrown down on the gauntlet here. Does everyone like the way that the Aquaman looks in that trailer? Has everyone seen this trailer?
I didn't even know there was an Aquaman trailer.
Not Aquaman, it's Justice
he's
League.
in the Justice League.
But
But yeah, it looks good.
That trailer looked
Yeah,
terrible.
Jason Momoa. Oh my god.
Yeah, he looked good.
So delicious.
And he's a shirtless man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not, Stellan Skarsgård? No.
Alexander
Skarsgård.
Skarsgård.
He's not, no Alexander Skarsgård.
Let's write down. You guys, someone take a note. Shirtless men. Just underline it. It'll come back.
But
Circle
that
it
didn't
back.
save Neighbors too. Shirtless Efron.
Maybe if he was on the poster shirtless. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know. We can't go back in time and fix it. Emotionally, I'll speak for myself. I agree with you emotionally. Emotionally, I get what you're saying. Emotionally, I'm with you 100%. But that same logic was Man of Steel. That this trailer looks batshit awesome, and that movie sucked. And then Batman vs. Superman, this trailer looks batshit awesome, and that movie sucked. And then Suicide Squad, that trailer looked incredible. There's probably not a better trailer that's ever been cut than those trailers for Suicide Squad. Those trailers were amazing. And that movie was so terrible. So now when they have two more great trailers, it's like, well, no one's ever gotten fired for any of these movies. They never change any of the creative decisions that they've done. They haven't changed any of the people. All the people who were in charge are still in charge. And they always promise, we're listening to the fans, we're going to make the changes, and they never do.
But the other thing that I will go back to on Wonder Woman and Aquaman is that they're two people I have never seen on screen.
It's true.
So I'm more interested in that because I know that it's a franchise. I know that it's like part of that, but it also feels like an original.
Okay. So what we're going to do is, are you in on this too?
Yeah.
So these girls right here, these three girls, you guys are going to go see it. You tell us if it's good, and if we get the sign off on with the chicks, then we'll see
I
it.
feel like
even if we talk
Okay, you guys tell me. You guys take Nick.
Yeah.
Take Nick.
Yeah.
Nick is coming.
Nick will be your chaperone, and then
I don't need a
and then me and Kev will go see it.
We'll go see something worthwhile.
Arms crossed, Sunday morning, just like, it better be good. Fucking Wonder Woman, impress me. I want it to be good. There's nothing in my life I want more than for those movies to be great, because they deserve to be great, and I love those characters.
We shall see.
But Zack Snyder allegedly is incompetent.
Ugh.
Then just watch it on a Tuesday when it's half price.
Yeah.
Ding ding ding.
All right. So what's next on your list, Dave?
All right, so fuck your franchise. We did that. Award for Is This a Franchise? Three-way tie. Independence Day 4, Alice in Wonderland, and Warcraft. We didn't talk about Independence Day Resurgence.
Neither did anybody else.
Yeah, doing it without Will Smith, it's
Tough.
non-starter.
Tough. And listen, we all love your
Jeff
boy,
Goldblum.
Jeff
Yeah.
Goldblum, but Jeff Goldblum is not enough to save you from this movie, I don't think.
Wow, that's saying a lot.
You know.
It was a starless sequel. Will Smith was the star of Independence Day,
Right.
and they didn't have him.
And again, I don't know if there's that. I mean, it makes sense on paper because everyone loves the '90s right now. But like, I don't know if there's an actual nostalgia for Independence Day.
I think it would have worked with Will Smith.
You think
If they had
so?
Will Smith, I think it would have been a hit.
Yeah.
Jenny,
I think-
you want Will Smith?
I just don't think there was a need for it.
Ooh, but you want Will Smith.
Yeah, I think he should have hopped from Suicide Squad to that.
Ah, Suicide Squad fucks it up. Ruined it with 2 movies now.
I mean, I'm not attached to Will Smith anymore. I used to be really attached to Will Smith, and now I'm kind of like meh about
But
him. But
that
just because
whole-
of how he does his son stuff, I just don't like that.
What does that mean? What's his son do?
He does like
Pushing his
that
kid
after
into entertainment a little bit.
Oh,
His
yeah,
son,
yeah.
But maybe
he's-
that's what they
Karate
want to
Kid
do.
thing.
Yeah.
That Karate Kid movie was great.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
That
I'm not
was
saying
pretty
it.
good.
But I believe he's a producer.
But yeah, they wanted to capitalize on the nostalgia factor, but it doesn't work if you don't have the whole ensemble cast.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good point. That's a good point.
It's like doing Cheers without Woody Harrelson.
No, this was doing Cheers. This was doing Cheers without Ted Danson.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like doing the Mitzvahs without Danzig. Yeah, am I right,
Yeah,
Kev?
you're
Yeah,
absolutely right.
There we go. Oh Boy Award, allegedly Johnny Depp.
Oh boy.
Original Thought Award, two-way tie, Central Intelligence, and Secret Life of Pets. Unless that's an adaptation of
Although
something I'm not aware
apparently
of.
Secret Life of Pets is just Toy Story with dogs.
Hey,
From
that's
what
an
I've
in,
heard.
in this day and age, that's an original thought.
What about Don't Breathe? Throw Don't Breathe in there. That's
Yeah,
an original story.
yeah, we'll throw it in there. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got it too.
Boom.
And then King of the Summer Award, Finding Dory. Come on,
Yep.
Queen of the Summer Award.
listen.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Good.
Listen.
Let's
Good
get
correction.
this correct.
That's a correction and an omission.
Yeah.
Queen of the Summer Award, Finding Dory.
There it is.
Killing it. Now we get to the ranking of who took the Summer Movie Award.
Woo!
Here we go.
I think that was a sentence. We're gonna keep moving on.
We can fix it in post.
Number 8, coming in at number 8, and the winner of the Better Luck Next Time Award, Crystal, with 37 points.
Friend
Crystal,
of the show.
friend of the show, couldn't make it here. Dead
Yeah,
last.
she couldn't make it here. Interesting.
Yeah.
What was her Achilles heel on her list?
Oh, let's take a look, huh? All right.
Top 3.
Her top 3. No, her top 3 were normal. Captain America, Finding Dory, and X-Men.
She bet heavy on TNMT in the number 10 spot.
Pete's
A safe spot
Dragon
for it.
and
Ooh,
Warcraft.
Peach Dragon definitely heard that one.
Yeah.
Even though I heard that was quite a good film.
And we
And
need-
she just ranked some of the better ones way too. Like Suicide Squad, she put at 9.
But
My logic, I think she was with me where she thought it came out too late in the summer to really make an impact, but not
Incorrect.
facts,
A lot of hype
facts
on it.
show. That's not true.
Nope.
Also, we didn't even talk about how Steven Spielberg's movie this year did
BFG,
did no one give a shit.
Did not do well. So.
Come back to horror, Steven, please.
BFG was just not a BFD.
Oh shit! Speaking of not being a big deal, I come in, Mr. Jibber Jabber, at number 7 with 40 points.
Ice Age, man. Ice Age.
Oh,
Did you
Ice
hear
Age.
it?
I thought Ice Age would have it.
What do you think screwed yourself over most, Dave?
When we think about look at my list
Let's
here,
see. It was Turtles.
Ninja
sorry.
Turtles,
Yeah.
Ice Age,
Right.
and Conjuring, which I thought would
You
crack.
bet heavy on the children's fair, and it cost you.
I tried to learn a lesson from last year, and I learned nothing.
Yeah, and I put Ninja Turtles at 10. Like, I just didn't think it would do as well as the first one. But I also think what probably happened is, I think parents were so annoyed by the original movie. Like, you know what, son? You'll see it when it comes out on DVD.
Yeah, I'll pop you down, and me and your mom will go have a nice tea in the
Yeah.
backyard. Speaking of Nick, you come in at number 6 with
Tied with
45 points.
Tied with your brother.
Tied with Dan, who also had 45 points. Number 6.
Yeah, mine, the mistakes I made were, I rooted for my girls in Ghostbusters. I put them at 6. They came in at 9. I also thought Neighbors 2 with Miss Chloe Grace Moretz would do a lot better than it did. Wasn't on the list. I also bet on Alice Through the Looking Glass, which,
Yep.
in retrospect, I don't know what it is. I followed too closely the speculation of the experts who said that was a franchise movie.
Well, when
and they
something
were
makes
wrong.
$1 billion, you think that if they made another one, people would be like, "Ah, cool."
Yeah,
Yeah.
but maybe people they saw.
But
the
then
first
maybe
one,
some
they-
people would hit their wife in the face and allegedly maybe ruin chances.
Maybe a little preview for Avatar
See,
2 in a couple
I don't
years.
think
Ooh, talking smack.
A little preview for Avatar 2.
I don't think that's
Shake,
what did
shake,
it though.
shake.
I think people saw the first one. It wasn't well reviewed, the first Alice, and maybe they just didn't like it, and so no one saw the second one.
But how do you? But that I mean, if it makes $1 billion, you got to think that some people are coming back and seeing it at least twice.
I don't know.
You know,
I don't know.
I would have gone to seen it, but he wouldn't go with me.
Alice
So,
2?
Yeah.
Who I got?
You want to support Johnny Depp?
Yeah, and also I think like everyone else, I really thought X-Men had some staying power. I thought it'd come in at number 3, and it came out at number 6, right?
Yeah, it was a very mediocre X-Men.
And I guess I should have seen it coming because how do you top one where it's like a crossover in a sense of 2 different generations of X-Men, and you follow up with like a really bland story with Apocalypse.
Well, Apocalypse should be cool, but you know they just didn't do it.
I mean, we
It's
should.
so long.
It was very long. It's a dry movie.
Yeah, they tease us with the 90s nostalgia, and it's set in the 80s, but it has the 90s, because they put Jubilee in there, and then you don't even see her use her powers in the movie.
What's fucked up is they all the stuff they cut out of the movie is all of them hanging out at the mall and it being much more of a teenage movie, which would actually probably be really interesting if they made it a much smaller take. You know, it's like them and their friendships and stuff instead of like the end of the world or whatever.
I liked it. I don't care what
I did
anybody
too.
says. There you go.
Shade, shade on you.
Check.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Let's,
Let's move. You want to move it on?
Yeah.
Beating you guys by 1 point, the tandem group of Joel and Rachel also couldn't be here with 46 points.
Get here, Joel and Rachel.
But speaking of someone who made it here, Christy, number 4, 47 points.
Yeah.
Better than you thought you did.
Yeah.
You were fretting all summer about your list.
Yeah, no, Alice.
That Alice.
Warcraft.
Well, Alice in Warcraft really
Those
tanked
two,
you.
yeah.
And also Neighbors.
Yeah.
Neighbors too.
Those 3.
Yeah, the bottom part of my list.
You
is
probably
what
had
really did me.
Suicide Squad the highest of anybody, though. Potentially.
Yeah, I
So.
mean, I don't know. I thought slutty girl, pigtails,
No, I
bad
was put it
guys.
at number 4. And they came out, what, number 3? Number...
4
Or
or
was
5?
number 4? What
I
was
thought
it?
Suicide Squad was 4, wasn't it?
Suicide Squad? Yeah, it was 4. So we guessed
Okay.
it on the nose. We all guessed
Yeah,
it on the
see?
nose.
Look at that.
So
look at that,
that
except
was
for
a
me.
good
I
job
know
on me.
nothing. I know nothing.
Speaking of not knowing anything, Kevin,
It's me!
number 3,
Woo!
49 points. So that means it's between Emily
Oh.
and Jenny. Oh. So the winner of this, who got the most points, also got the Nostradamus Award, the award that goes to the player with the most number of films on the top 10 list, and
Please don't pull a Steve Harvey and call out the wrong name.
I'm not going to do that. It's Kevin. Oh, no.
Don't give me a rose and then ask for it.
Also, this person who won got the Bullseye Award, the person with the most 10s and 13s. So,
The most exact.
basically the person who won got it, just did it the best. Because last year I got the most
Movies on
movies
the
on the
list.
thing, but I got them all in the wrong order, so I didn't win. But this year, whoever won did both these
It
things.
was basically almost flawless.
Yeah,
list.
almost a flawless list.
Almost
Thank
a flawless.
you, Nick. You need to be on the show more. Help me out. Help me out. Kevin can only do so much. He does so much for me.
I tried.
He tries,
I
but
don't do that much.
it's heavy. And the winner with 64 points, because she remembered Finding Dory, is Jenny.
So excited! My name's spelled wrong.
No, it's not.
Just kidding.
How dare you? How dare you? I haven't asked you.
Awesome! Thank you.
Oh, man.
So excited.
Trophy is yours for 1 calendar year, or
Really?
whenever we record this next one.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, so
Ooh,
enjoy
it's
it.
Heavy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
solid wood.
That
That's
better
real
have
wood.
In a place
Handmade
of
trophy.
honor.
Handmade
Awesome.
with
It's really
those
well
are
made.
real fake coins.
Real fake gold. Real fake gold.
Yeah.
Thank
So M though
Congratulations.
Congratulations to you, second place.
Two.
Also, you get the Rambo award for because you forgot Finding Dory and still fucking beat us all. So you get the Rambo award
Goddamn
for just
bitch.
being impossible
That's
to kill.
it. Impressive.
Yeah, you missed the one movie that came number one. You didn't have it anywhere on your list, and you still came in second
Yeah,
place.
it's
It's
pretty.
pretty.
Yeah.
I will pat myself on the back.
You should.
Pretty
You
awesome.
should.
Pretty awesome.
And you know, big picture, blood had blood, so it all worked out.
Nice.
Jenny, do you have anything you want to say at this juncture?
I'm a little lost for words. Thanks for the invite. I'm glad I remembered to participate this year. It's pretty awesome. It's exciting.
Oh, and you get money. I don't know where that is, but I think you get money.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah,
We have
it's
to. We're
probably
gonna have to
like-
crack some heads.
Yeah.
It's true. We have to open up the dog
Yeah,
bank
right.
to figure it out.
Crack that that little piggy bank. I'm kind of excited. I'm really excited actually. I just, cool. It's awesome.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
you did good. You
I do
just
it 2 years
you
in a row
deserve
next
it.
year.
Yeah, we got enough space on this trophy for like what 6 or 7 more years. So
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
You-
And then just start putting them like sideways
Yeah.
and on the
But no,
side.
at that point we're gonna make a new trophy. There's only
Pretty
so
cool,
many
pretty
things we can glue to this. You know.
Or just
Add
like
something on every year.
Yeah, every year we'll add a new tchotchke.
a new box right on top.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like a Stanley Cup. We'll just add the bottom part.
Totally.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Awesome.
huh?
Is it awesome?
Yes, very good. Congratulations.
Good work.
Thanks.
You
Good work.
won. And we all
Should have done a
lost.
practice speech.
I was dropping hints. No?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
Yeah.
No, not at all. I don't know. I kind of like fell out of, keeping rank of everything, and then the last like month, I was like, wait a minute, I'm actually hitting this list in the top.
Mhm.
Emily already knew she was second. She squeezed it out of me. But
I
look
did.
at her.
I was like, Nick,
She's
Nick,
so
tell me
adorable. How can
everything.
you say no to that?
It's
Wow.
true. I learned many things. Thank you in this.
And I'm glad I made it today.
Do I have to come? I don't know. It was a long night last
I
night.
know it was. I
My
was just
toe
like,
hurts.
My feet are gonna be so tired.
Halloween Horror Nights bring good shoes.
Yeah, man.
Bring
That
good
front of the line pass. Game changer.
Yeah, totally.
We'll save that for another podcast, but oh, man, it was good. So why do we do this? The thesis of Speaking Cinema, Serious Movie Jibber Jabber, a movie podcast, is all about loving movies in the context of our own personal relationship and to learn about the medium in this way. So, and then this is the opposite, right? Where we're focused on the business side. So, and the most profound thing I've ever heard about a movie is it doesn't have to be perfect to play perfect. Think about that for a minute.
I like that one.
It doesn't have to be perfect to play perfectly.
Where are you getting these fortune cookies?
Oh man, I'm just eating so much Chinese food these days. You don't
Fair
even
enough.
know.
Mandarin is just down the street.
Yeah. What is this?
There's a Chinese restaurant on
Well,
La Brea.
we'll
I
make
don't
some,
know
we'll
if
make some
it's
dinner
any
plans
good,
after this
but-
recording is over. So in this podcast, we shy away from overanalyzation of box office industry obsession. We make plenty of generalizations, me and Kev, and everyone who's been on this show, of course. But when we make mistakes and say regrettable things that will exist on the internet until we die, and potentially further than that point in time. But we don't talk about studios as if 6 vertically integrated international media companies are all the same dude living in his mom's basement with bad taste. I.e. the sentence, the studios... ...
Yeah.
Don't respect the audience. The studios just love this, just love that. They're all completely different companies. They all do completely different things. So the point of this little exercise that we did is that everyone plays armchair CEO, and it's easy on Monday to say that the movie that came out last Friday that was greenlit 2 years ago was a bad idea after it's already bombed, right? And the Summer Movie Wager puts the industry into perspective. If it was as easy as everyone proclaims it is, we'd all have the same list, we'd all have gotten them all right, save for a few surprises. Well, we learned it's a crapshoot, and things that we thought were for sure going to do this and for sure we're going to do that, don't do that. It becomes this glorious mess, and that is personified in this glorious trophy. So, I love movies, but loving something doesn't mean that you always value it. And this game is also fun. And I want to win it sometime. We get my fucking name on this trophy. Joining the annals of Matt and Jenny.
I know. Poor Matt. He didn't get to have it for a year.
He can come back and win it. It's the free market. Anyone who wants to play. And next year we're gonna make this because this is a social experiment. Everyone here did very good in terms of participation and such. So next year,
Infighting.
huh?
No infighting.
No infighting. I expected some blood. Blood must have blood. And next year we're gonna open it even wider. So we're just gonna make this, They're gonna be more money stakes, more pride,
And a...
and a spot on the trophy of
Exactly.
immortality.
It's true.
So Jenny, please try not to lose this. So what'd you guys think?
It was a good time.
Yeah,
Good.
I like
I-
seeing everyone's kind of different perspective of where things should be on the list. And
My
it
horror
really
bias.
kind of matches, I think, some people's tastes. So
Yeah.
that was good.
Well, I tend to make my list based off an amalgamation of different like reviewers and movie experts. And
How'd that work out for you, bro?
But it doesn't work out as great because I learned my gut, like my own gut of what the audience is gonna go see.
Mhm.
Like the average Joe,
Mhm.
like is usually more correct than what some of the experts predict.
Mm-hmm.
Because like now next year, like you tell me The Rock has a movie coming out this summer, I'm putting him on my list. Because 2 years in a row, I didn't count on The Rock, and that guy puts butts in seats.
And then
Yeah.
next year, what's gonna come out? The Rock with Baywatch. Shirtless Rock.
Shirtless.
And also
Who's Zac Efron?
with Zac Efron.
Oh, top of the list.
Top of the
Wow,
list.
that's out next year.
I am so excited. I didn't even know that was a thing. See, I have nostalgia for Baywatch. I do not have nostalgia.
You watched
for-
Baywatch?
Yes, I
Yeah.
did.
It's like
Yeah.
I don't even know you.
Is the other lifeguard played by shirtless Alexander Skarsgård?
Oh.
It should be.
If it was, I put that over Pixar. I'd do
Yeah,
it.
that's
I'd just
number
say, hey,
one.
you gotta live dangerously.
Avengers
Wow.
Infinity War? Sorry guys,
Yeah.
shirtless Skarsgård.
Shirtless Skarsgård.
It's true. Those baby boomers, they
Yep.
love shirtless Skarsgård.
You do.
I mean, who doesn't?
So do you guys agree with, and I'm going to throw Kev into my assessment of this. Do you guys agree with my assessment that, like, this game proves that the movie industry is not an easy thing? Or do you think that, Jenny could probably argue that, you just fucking think some thoughts and then you put them down on a piece of paper and you win? But does that make sense to you guys? Or you guys not, what do you think?
I'll let you go.
I mean, yeah, I think it's hard to predict because part of it is taste. So, like, I'm not a big horror fan, so I didn't even really think of, not that they did do really well, but I didn't.
But that's not
really-
even in your consideration.
Yeah, like I
Right.
wouldn't have even necessarily known what was coming out or what to look for.
Well, it's also harder too because now you have to track not only how people are seeing it on bus ads and TV and movie trailers. You have to deal with, is it tracking on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram? Is the trailer going viral? So that has a big thing to do with it too, because I think I think Suicide Squad, even though it's a terrible movie, the reason it did so well is that trailer was everywhere on the internet, and its like target audience was teenagers, and they were seeing that posted, like they were so pumped for that movie that didn't matter that it came out at the end of the summer. They showed up and gave that movie like 400 mil? How much was it?
300 mil?
300 mil, yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of it comes from definitely taste and kind of thinking of summer with kids being out and like families being able to be like more flexible with what they want to see and college students also wanting to go see Margot Robbie sexy as hell as a psycho. I mean, it's just kind of
Listen,
taste.
earmuffs. She was sexy as hell. Confirmed.
Eh.
If
No
we put
shirtless Skarsgård.
we put her
Not
in
your
a
type.
we put her in a red onesie and threw her in the ocean, then you'd be like, back on track. No?
No.
Yeah. Well, then you compare it to say, like, X-Men's advertising just wasn't as good. Like, I didn't feel like its trailers went viral.
Nope.
Like, the posters I saw for it were confusing
Yeah.
and a little off-putting. You had Apocalypse strangling Jennifer Lawrence
Yeah.
on the corner of La Brea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Sunset.
I mean, we had like a kind of a domestic heavy violent summer.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to have like an image of a man choking out a woman
Yeah.
Yeah.
is kind of like off-putting. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like for me, I just kind of I was not charmed by a lot of the big summer movie trailers like I thought I was gonna be. I thought I was gonna be charmed by X-Men and Star Trek, and neither of those trailers made me want to go see either one of those movies.
Interesting.
So I don't know. I think it does come down to taste though, because it's all and what you value, what you think is going to be good, what you want to see, what you think other people will see. So I don't know. It'll always be a crapshoot though,
Always.
because you're not everybody.
Yeah.
I contain multitudes.
To build on Nick's comment about experts and going by what experts think are going to do it, it's a lot like football experts on ESPN and stuff like that.
The sport of football.
The sport of football.
Yes.
There's no stakes into them getting a prediction correct.
Right.
You know, they're not scientists trying to predict global warming or a disease breaking out. It's like
And they don't even have a trophy.
They don't even have a trophy. So there you go.
And also, I do think it's...
So their opinion just kind of... They're just saying what they need to say to get people to start talking about them. You know, so it's to go by anything that an expert says. It's like, remember, they're in their own little industry bubble and don't necessarily get out of it.
There's to go off of what you and Nick just said, there's also an element of like taking the big bet. Like, so every time a Pixar comes out with a trailer that's like for something that's bizarre, people are like, this is the one. This is where they lose it, right? Because no studio in the history of Hollywood has gone this long without having a commercial bomb, and they've never done that. So when Wall-E was coming out, people were like, this is the one that people aren't going to go see. And so it almost becomes fashionable to bet against in a lot of these ways, right? Like, when is that Marvel movie going to come out? The one that no one gives a fuck about, right? So you could say, is it going to be Doctor Strange? Is it going to be Black Panther? Is it going to be another Avengers? You know, there's always that element of, like, the naysay, right? The shade throw.
Yeah.
Or the opposite when they pick the Raiders to go to the Super Bowl every single year.
Raider Nation, baby. You just live in it.
The sexy pick.
Yeah.
Every year. 4-12 season incoming.
Excuse me, this isn't a sports
Join me on my yet to be created sports podcast.
Serious sports
Serious
jibber
sports jibber.
We got a backdoor pilot coming out.
Yep.
Is anyone looking forward to the next season, award season?
Ooh, me.
Oh, yes.
Indifferent.
We'll see. Yeah, I'm very indifferent on that one.
I'm all about the red carpet.
Ooh, girl.
Red carpet, yes.
Are we just talking about the movies that are about to come out, like in November, December, or are we?
Yeah,
actually...
never.
I thought you meant like the actual awards.
Yeah, because that's not.
No. The movies associated.
Yeah, I thought you meant
There's 3 movie seasons: summer movie season, award movie season, and that other one.
I mean, I don't.
And Dog Days.
What's coming out that has buzz?
You got Arrival, Denis Villeneuve's new film.
Birth of a Nation.
Oh.
Controversial.
Controversial buzz. Oh, man.
That Miles Davis one, they're gonna try to probably make an award movie out of that.
That came and went already.
Yeah, but they're gonna bring it back.
Oh, they are?
Not like for award buzz, you know. So they probably get a re-release and stuff. I mean, right now it's quiet because summer's wrapping up, so it's not the right time.
La La Land got rave reviews out of
La La Land.
La La Land. I'm very excited for The Lion. I know that it's probably not a...
Oh, that's another one.
That
Which
with Dev
one?
Patel about the little Indian boy who gets lost on a train.
I haven't even heard of this.
And he grows up and he uses Google Maps.
And he
find
uses
his mama.
Google Maps to find his family because he was like 5 and didn't know where he didn't know his village name. So he just got adopted by a couple in Scandinavia. And I will say that Dev Patel has become a man. A very, very pretty man.
We know what you like.
Oh, Deb. Yep.
Anyhow.
So yeah, I'm looking for. Usually by this time in the summer, I'm very burnt out on summer movies. I feel like we didn't have a lot of disaster movies this year, or if we did, I didn't see them.
Because they all didn't make any money, is the problem. So, from the last round of endless disaster, San Andreas made money.
Yeah,
but
Because it had
because
The
it
Rock.
had The Rock in it. So
I enjoyed that. That was so enjoyable.
I watch it.
I want to see
I wanna see
everything fall over. I want to see the dead bodies and they're just driving through.
We're learning something about gender.
So good.
Well, they say the big one's coming, so.
Oh, great.
We'll be in survival mode.
It's
Based on that.
It's okay. The Rock will save us all.
Birth of a Nation. Is anyone gonna see that? Are we all put off by that?
I'm not put off by it. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
That first poster is pretty evocative, though.
Have you seen the trailer?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
For me, it's 12 Years of Slave Syndrome, where I just don't want to be. I'm like, I just get too frustrated with such a thing. You know what I mean?
I know there's a lot of controversy, but I don't want to give that man any money.
Yeah,
At the moment.
that's tough too.
At this moment in time.
wait, is there something I missed about the director?
Do you not know that
You didn't know
he's
this?
accused of rape?
Oh boy!
And the woman that he raped killed herself?
Wow.
Well,
So-
here's what happened is
Man.
back when he was in college.
17 years ago.
Yeah, and then there was another gentleman who was also accused, and the other gentleman, I believe, was well, he was acquitted, and it's very like the director was acquitted, but it's still obviously a thing that comes back and.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a good
Ooh.
thing. Like, because
That was
he was supposed to screen Birth of a Nation at AFI, and they
Uh-huh.
canceled it. Like, so he was supposed to do a seminar and come in and speak to the fellows about it, and this was going to be the first week of school, and they canceled it because of the whole
Right.
controversy. And it was,
But-
like, all over.
The
out
movie's
of the
supposed to
loop.
be very good.
Yeah.
Is the other thing.
Exactly.
And-
It was a darling at the Sundance Sundance Film Festival. Fox bought it for like a buku amount of money,
17 mils.
Right.
which is I think it's the
highest
highest
ever.
purchased. So
I mean,
Netflix wanted it
Can-
for 20 mils.
yeah.
Can you separate art and artist? That's the question. We'll find out come this fall.
Yes.
So I see Dave looking at the 2017
Yeah.
summer.
On this dark note, are you guys looking forward to next summer?
What's
I don't
coming
even
up
know
What's
next
coming
summer?
out next summer? Jenny, what a great question. May 5th, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Oh.
Annabelle 2. Baywatch, the 19th. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tells No Tales, May 26th. Wonder Woman, June 2nd. The Mummy, June 9th.
Wait,
with
the
Tom
Mummy?
Cruise.
With Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
They're rebooting it.
Is the Mummy Man gonna be in it?
No.
Damn, then I'm not gonna go
Oh,
see it.
Brendan Fraser? Is
No,
that-
no, no.
No, the actual
No.
mummy guy.
Right.
No, not the Mummy
No?
guy. The other guy.
The
with
Guardian
face
guy.
Tattoos.
The Guardian guy.
Odette Fair.
No.
Yeah, everybody knows his name, Odette Fair. Oh, also, Odette Fair, if you ever hear these words, shout out.
We love you, more especially me.
Oh, another King sequel.
June 16th, Cars 3 and Kingsman, The Golden Circle.
Oh, get
Looking
me-
forward to
get
that
me
one.
in on that
Oh, dude,
Kingsman.
this is a heavy summer, bro. June 23rd, Transformers, The Last Night. June 30th, Despicable Me 3.
No.
No. Ooh,
Ugh.
maybe.
July 21st, Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah.
Yay!
July 14th, War for the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dawn of
July-
the Planet of the Apes is a brilliant film.
Mm-hmm.
Jumanji with The Rock.
Jumanji with The
forgot.
Rock, July 28th.
And Kevin
Number
Hart.
one.
And Kevin
How
Hart.
many movies
And
is The
Dracula.
Rock in next summer?
All of them.
And
Uh,
one of them shirtless.
Just to wrap this up, August 4th, Alien Covenant. We will be seeing this
Yeah.
for my birthday. Know that. You're not invited.
Thank you.
I'll be there.
August 11th, Emoji Movie. Express yourself.
What?
Yep.
No.
You do an emoji.
Yep.
It has TJ Miller in it. It's gonna be funny.
Well, it might be good. I know some guy who's working on that, so it could be good.
Is it
I
gonna be
know a
animated?
guy.
Hopefully.
No, I want live action.
Live emoji.
I think it'd be great if they had like helmets.
Can make it indie.
Or like-
what?
you know,
I'll give it a
mascots?
chance. It could be one of those surprise, like Lego. The movie was really funny, and so maybe emoji will.
Listen, just like Lego the movie, this is the worst idea I've ever heard. And the Lego movie bent that 1,000 degrees the other way and became one of the best movies I've ever seen. So can the Emoji movie do it too? I don't know. Lord and Miller are attached, so
We'll find out.
it's gonna be
We'll
tough.
find out.
I also forgot Valerian in the City of a Thousand Planets,
I'm all
which is
about that.
Luc
Luc
Besson's
Besson.
newest movie. It's a sci-fi original.
Ooh.
It's got Dane DeHaan.
Got Ethan Hawke, got Rihanna, got Cara Delevingne, got Clive Owen, and John Goodman.
Clive Owen.
Ooh,
Clive
John
Owen.
Goodman.
Yeah, and a little bit of it for
Rihanna?
everybody.
A little bit.
Wait, is there
She was
a-
great in Battleship.
Is there no Avengers movie that summer?
That's 2018.
that was
I think is
2018,
Infinity
huh?
War.
Yeah, it was Guardians this summer.
Okay, there's no.
Oh, and how can I? Oh no, sorry. Fast 8 is April, so that's not gonna count.
Oh, there's your horror there, Annabelle too.
Yeah,
Is that
buddy.
the doll?
Conjuring prequel too.
The doll.
The doll.
The doll. And I mean, anything can change from now till then, but you know.
All right. Well,
Crazy stuff.
Huh, that's a tough summer because you're like, all right, will the buzz from Guardians still be enough to put it in the top 5?
Yes.
I think so.
If you can get that trailer to hit home like
Oh,
that first
yeah.
Guardians trailer did.
Will Spider-Man have a renaissance here and have a new era?
Begrudgingly, I think it will.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
will too.
he looked better in the most recent
was
movie.
That scene in that most recent movie was great.
Yeah, like I want to see that Spider-Man again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's how many years has it been since you said that?
Never before.
Ooh,
Really.
first time for everything.
Will the Alien movie like put since it's
Prometheus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not
Yeah.
even Prometheus. It's actually another alien.
Yeah,
sequel,
yeah,
right?
but
Yeah.
Alien
Yeah.
straight up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see it.
Yeah.
It's a Ridley Scott movie. Of course, I'm gonna see it.
But I
Another
think
Pirates though. Ugh.
Yeah.
That to me, I think that's gonna be the Alice of this, because it's like Pirates of the Caribbean 1, fantastic movie. I'll defend the movie to my death. Pirates of the Caribbean 2, 3, and 4, dang.
Well, I'll say this: I expect Jumanji to be the Secret Life of Pets of this summer, the surprise family comedy hit.
I think that Baywatch is gonna be up there too.
Yeah.
I agree.
I bet on Rock.
Oh,
yeah.
Always bet on the
All
Always-
my money.
all-
All
When
the
Emily
money
does
on
rock
the
paper
rock.
scissors, she always throws rock.
Oh.
Well, it's kind of funny. Have you seen like the poster or like some of the images from the new Jumanji?
No.
It's more like it's sexy Jumanji.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Sex
My
Jumanji.
kind of Jumanji.
Yeah.
Sexy monkeys.
Oh man. A preview of things to come. But I'll see you all here next year. Next year, everyone.
Yeah.
You're gonna be down. You're gonna defend
Yeah,
the title,
I have to.
or you're gonna pull a Matt and just be like, "No, I won it once, never again."
Right.
That should be a fine tradition. That the winner just disappears.
No.
off the face of the earth.
Fuck that. Fight for your.
Go
fight
for
your.
2 years in
Listen,
a row.
to be the man, you gotta beat the man, and he just gave up the title.
Oh.
I'm calling you out, Matt.
Boo.
Damn it.
This is
Matt.
bad.
Alright, so this episode was written by motherfucking Mr. Jibber Jabber. That's me, your host, Kev, and me, Mr. Jibber Jabber. I'd like to thank Nick. I'd like to thank Christy. I'd like to thank Jenny, our winner.
Where Jay?
Shout out. And obviously the lovely Emily.
Aw.
Oh, yeah, man. Special thanks to Nick again for doing the math
You're welcome.
And the
Shit.
puns.
and the
And
puns.
the puns.
Shout out to Jenny again for winning.
Woo! Woohoo!
And for everyone who listens, thanks. Great, we'll see you next summer.
And music by childhood friend Jeff Russell.
Yeah,
You
man.
never told me this.
We keep it in the family. And we're out.